Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Bitcoin Cowboy show. And I have to apologize that I've been gone so long. Kind of when you commit to a show, I mean, I was told when I was just getting started, it's like, got to show up 90 days in a row, the same time, and build a following. And I was pretty close on that schedule, as I recall. And let's see. See if somebody's checking in with me here. Okay. I'll pass on that. But I got out of sync because I've been working on the elderberry farm. I put in another probably 1,400 plants. Have to tend the fields. We've got mushroom log maintenance. Just mowing this place is a huge commitment, just keeping it clean. Yesterday, we spent the whole day in the elderberry field just mowing and weed eating and tending. I still have stuff to spray out there. I still have fertilizer to put on the plants, and it's June 1st. So trying to maximize what I can with the different products that we're trying to produce from a farm. So I keep thinking, well, I'll just come in the middle of the day and do a show. And I'm in the field and I'm on a roll, so I don't come in. I just tell myself, I'll just come in later. I'll just come in tonight. We'll do a show, post it up there. And it's been difficult. It's been, you come in, and it's just getting dark and, you're exhausted and you think, man, I can't put on a show. I'll just do one tomorrow. And it doesn't take too long to fall out of that practice and that routine. But it doesn't mean that, when I'm out in the field, I'm not thinking about crypto. I'm not thinking about money. I'm not thinking about time. I do spend a lot of time thinking about time because there's so much to do. I figured I would have everything in place by now, and it'd just be summer maintenance, making sure it gets enough water, weed the plants, make sure the deer don't get to the plants. And then things come up, like we have a new commitment for our mushroom logs. And so we've got to start producing mushroom logs and producing mushrooms on a weekly basis. So I'm not done with that, but then this comes in and we've got to move our mushroom log farm location, build new stands for it. We've got a bunch of new logs. They've been flushing themselves. A mushroom log, for one thing, just so you know, we take mushroom spawn. We drill 1/2-inch holes in log about 1 inch deep, and then we have a little tool and we stuff spawn in there and we put wax on it. It takes about a year for that spawn to travel through the log, and once it saturates the log, then it starts to fruit. So the mushroom is the mycelium that's growing through the oak log. But as it grows through the log, it picks up this white oak taste, which is really, really phenomenal. And you really only get that particular taste from a white oak log. A lot of people now are mass producing shiitake mushrooms, but they're growing them in sawdust, and they just don't have the same flavor. I've got a mentor that grows shiitake mushrooms in Missouri in a forest and serves mostly the St. Louis area. And she did taste tests with all of her chefs, that buy from these logs, and they said there's no comparison at all. I mean, there's a white oak flavor that gets infused into the shiitake, which are just amazing. So we've been kind of working up to that. I've got logs that are 5 years old and still producing. They produce less and less as they go. And it said that a mushroom log can produce its own weight in mushrooms. So if you have a 10-pound log over its lifetime, it'll produce 10 pounds of mushroom. That's kind of the rule of thumb. Have I noticed that? I don't know. But I do have logs that are 5 years old. They're starting to rot on the ends and fall apart. And they're still producing mushroom logs. I'm going to have to take a moment away. Excuse me, just to issue. Somebody's here at the door. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. My son's taking care of it. Um, so that's what's going on with mushroom logging. We just got somebody who wants it, and what they're going to do with it, they're putting in these farmer packages. Like farmers produce, they buy from local farmers and put them in boxes, and then they sell those boxes. It might have mushrooms, it might have tomatoes, different garden variety stuff grown locally. And it's kind of a new wave of getting your groceries, not from some giant farm that's out on, um, some big California farm that just mass produces it and uses all non-GMOs or GMO stuff. And it's all healthy out of the box, direct to you from farmers. So it's a great idea. It's a great idea. I forget what it's called. CAF, customer to farm to customer, something like that. Vegetables, pretty amazing stuff. So we do have a new customer, and it's going to be kind of crazy trying to produce on a schedule for them. Meanwhile, in the elderberry field, I still have several big things to get done before I can call it, okay, we're in maintenance mode. So getting through those two major things, our beehives are down. So we're down to one hive. So once we get an established elderberry field, then it'll be far less maintenance than putting in a brand new field. So maybe next year we'll put in a few new beehives. So all that to be said is I have been working on the farm very diligently. I've been meeting with clients, so I do take time for my client calls, and I appreciate my clients very much. If you want to join me or you have some questions for me, you can just sign up on my calendly.com/Bitcoin Cowboy or just send me an email and I'll point that out. But as I'm out there in the field, I'm thinking about time and I'm thinking about money. And I want to know, is crypto money? So let's see. Um, and let's see. Let's see. I had these up on my browser. But I lost it, so I gotta go back and find my article that I was looking for. Well, there's three or four things, and I'm sorry I don't have those on the tip of my tongue, but one of the major things is um, money is a store of value, and crypto is a store of value. So you think, you go to work and you invest your time in exchange for um, money. So really, when you get that paycheck, you think, well, that's just a store of your value. You can put your labor into money, into cash, and it stores the amount of work that you put in. Now you can affect that formula by getting a raise. You can get a higher dollar per hour in your job, and that allows you to store more value into currency. Same thing with crypto. You store it for later use, and once you have that, then you can exchange that stored value for other things that you need. So, really, kind of going through life, you're always just thinking about um, your value and what is my time worth. On the farm, we are putting in, I'm storing my effort right now into elderberry plants and mushrooms. That's where, and I store my work with my clients, that energy that I put into that also has value and goes into the store, which is usually dollars or crypto. But you have to think of um, kind of more basic. Um, Crypto and dollars are really just stores of energy. So you put your energy into work, and that produces so much currency, either crypto or dollars. So what is your energy worth? You have to think about that. I mean, you're constantly running through, that's one of the formulas. What do I do next that has the most impact on the value? Right now, deer are eating my elderberry, so I'm out there mending the electric fence, putting up deer deterrents. I buy a product called Plants Grid, which is a animal deterrent, but I have to spray it on. So I've got a pull behind sprayer, and I got halfway through the field, and my sprayer motor quit working. So now I've got maintenance. Maintenance is energy that I'm doing that is not ultimately providing any direct value. It's a tool that helps me get things done faster, but maintenance is part of it, part of the energy that goes into the overall factor. So you've got this big equation in your mind, and you're thinking, where should I spend my time today? Now I can't spray my field for the deer deterrent, so I have to do the electric fence. I have to get aluminum foil, put peanut butter on it, and put it on the electric fence. So the deer love the peanut butter. They come up, sniff it, lick it, and it gives them a little shock. And it trains them not to come near my elderberry. So, so constantly, we're all evaluating, where is my time going to maximize my stored value. Again, out of that stored value, I have to buy products like that Plants Grade, doing different things to create this stored value, which will then buy me, the products that I believe I need for my field. Same thing with mushroom logs. I'm scrambling right now to get those ready, so by Monday I can do my first delivery to this new client of shiitake mushrooms, and that goes out. People are going to love them, so a lot of people are probably going to come straight to us. So it's going to impact what we need to do. So another project I've got is called Timber Stand Improvement. We're on 92 acres, mostly white oak. We've got some walnut here, but I've gone to the Missouri USDA forestry department, and I've got to deal with them to clean up my forest. In 1976, I heard that this whole 92 acres was clear cut. So, um, so, um, so since it's grown up, they did leave some trees. So we have some really tall, beautiful trees, but we've got a lot of smaller trees. Trees that are 8 inches, trees that are 6 inches. Um, but they all grew up like this really dense forest. So they're all growing really tall, but they're not growing well. So what they came through, they divided our property up into 10 different size groups by tree type. And they're actually co-opting us to clear those trees out. We try to use everything we can. That when the tree goes down, we can cut firewood out of it. Use that. That's a store of value for us that we can sell in the wintertime. A lot of the oak trees are perfect size for oak logs, so those get cut up into 2 or 3 oak mushroom logs. That gets done. If I had a mulcher, I could just mulch a lot of the smaller limbs into mulch for the fields. So we try to use all the trees, but that's another thing. But my deadline coming up on that is Friday. I've got to be done with this section. So again, maintenance, chainsaw blades, tools, everything that is going to take to get that done.
I have to think of Oreo.
Okay. All right, and we've got a sick dog. He just went to the vet, so they're trying to figure out what's wrong with the dog. So a little Boston Terrier that is so full of energy has just been not even walking up and down the steps. I mean, she climbs the steps usually into the house like in a split second. She's a blur, but now she's like step. So my son's going to the vet to pick up the dog. So I kind of just am rambling on a lot, but it all comes down to time is money and how you spend your time. Either buying new crypto, studying for a new crypto, actually purchasing the crypto, staking it. All of that is you're just trading a lot of your time and your cash from one value to another, value system to another. So if you're buying Divvy, you might go to work, sell real estate, whatever you do, you get paid, you convert those dollar energies into Divvy, which is another store of value. And we're all kind of betting on those things going up in the future and hopefully never going down, but they do go up, they go down. As a store of value, you have to think, this crypto has a value, and you can convert that into the US dollar value. But I don't know what makes that value go up and down. It's demand. It's promises coming from the different whoever the people are behind the crypto, putting value and energy into. They're putting their time and value into making that those particular cryptos be worthwhile, trying to solve a real problem. So I guess a question is, where are you putting your particular energy now into building a crypto profile? For me, I'm trying to store value by putting my own labor and energy into the farm. Elderberry will start producing dollars um, at the probably by the end of September. So all the work I'm doing now is going to actually pay later. I'm not trading, time for money directly. It's indirect. So if you have a salary job or an hourly job, you're going to trade your energy, your 1 hour worth of your labor into X amount of dollar value. And then of course that dollar value is going to, you'll take your particular taxes out of it and your social security and all of that, which is going to whittle that down. And that's going to store some value, especially your social security will store some value for the future when you retire. So you're kind of storing value in the social security system. Whether it'll be around when you're ready to retire, and I believe it will be, but it keeps kind of losing value on. But I see it coming. I'm kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel at a time when I'm going to be retired. So a lot of my energy, which I have now, not as much as I used to have when I was in my 20s, but I'm trading this energy for a farm, which should provide an income when I do retire. Hopefully, I'll just build it up until a point where I can say, this is going to be just fine. It's all I need. Then I can just maintain this, retire here in paradise, and have some crypto and some social security and, whatever to get me by when, as I lose my life energy as I get older and find myself doing less and less work in the same amount of time. Because ultimately my value will go down less and less over time, or it will go down. It will go down more and more over time. And I'll have to rely on the value of my energy that I put into the field now and over the past 5 years into just being able to harvest that and retrieve that stored value in the future. I don't know if all that is making sense. Give you guys some ideas about, where are you storing your life energy? What are you doing with your life energy? How are you turning your energy into dollars, and how are you turning your energy into crypto? We all hope to buy into the right crypto so it will explode over time and bring us to a place where we can retire sooner and not have to rely on Social Security and get by, one Social Security check at a time. So are you putting all of your life energy into dollars right now? Stock market? Crypto? Real estate? Those are all assets that can go up and can go down, and you try to make the right choices. So when they're, so they can peak and you can take advantage of them all at the right time. So, well, that's the show for today. I'm starting a daily show. We're going to go back to 1 o'clock Central Time, Monday through Friday. Send me an email, get on Patreon, give me a question. Let me know you're out there. Let me know what you want and what you need to do, what you're curious about, and I'll try to work up a show. Really appreciate you guys. Happy trails. See you tomorrow.